Welcome back to the second video for this week's projects. In this video, I'll be covering the remaining steps for Project 8 and 9. Let's pick up where we left off with Project 8 at Step 8. So it is asking us to assign macros to the button's form control. So part A is asking us to click the Insert Controls button in a Developer tab. It's this toolbox here. And then the button is just this first icon you see here. And then they want us to click on cell J2. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. Go ahead and check off A and B. Part C is asking us to select date stamp in the assigned macro dialog box and then hit OK. And then part D is asking us to right click the button, choose edit text, and then part E is asking us to change the default text and type in stamp date as the label. So just going to do that, right click, edit text. You can either use the arrow key or hit N key on your keyboard if you have it. Type in stamp date. And then you want to go ahead and just right click on it to select the exit edit text option, because if you left click on it, it will activate the button. And so that's why we're going to be right clicking for a little bit. So D, E is done, F also. And now we want to insert controls for the short unique macro. So we're going to go back to insert button. Okay, insert button, and then click on J5. And then select short unique, hit OK. And then once again, you want to remove the button 2 text and just type in contractors instead. And then right click on it to exit the edit text option. Now we're in step 9. It's asking us to size and align the button form control. So once again, we're going to right click the stamp date button and then hold the control key and then right click on the contractor button as well while you're holding the control key. So you notice both of those boxes have a selection around it. Now I'm going to go to the line button, which is in the shape format, align, and then I want to align left. And then I want to click on the size box so I can see the height option. And I want to increase the height so that it's 0.45. And then change the width, increase the width to 1.25 inches or 1.25 inches. And then with those still selected, make sure you kind of adjust it so that the corners of the stamp date is in the corner of cell J2. Okay, and then click on H1 to deselect the button. So that completes step 9. Step 10 is asking us to edit a VBA macro. So right click on the contractors button. And then click on the Visual Basic button, which is in the Developer tab. Visual Basic here. Let me go ahead and arrange this. And then it's going to create a pop-up. And part B is and C, they're more about making sure you can see the view, the Project Explorer view and the code view. So you don't really need to do it. They should be open already. If not, just follow the steps part B and C is asking you to do. Part D is asking us to edit the code in short unique. So right now, the top is date stamp macro, and then you notice there's this horizontal line separating it. So the second macro is short unique. So let's focus on this. Do you want us to change it so the macro selects H5 instead of I5? So right now it's on I5. Delete the I and just type in H. And then part E is asking us to press the keyboard keys Alt plus F11. If you're on a laptop, you might need to hold the function key as well. But I'm on a desktop, so I can just hold down Alt and then F11. Oop, let me click back here. Alt, F11, and that switches back to the Excel sheet. So step 11 is asking us to document what the macros do, and it's actually on a separate sheet. So now we need to select the documentation sheet. And then A3 is already selected for me, so I don't need to click there. So A and B is already done. So, oh yeah, wait, it's not done because I haven't typed in name. So let me go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to hit tab to go to B3 and then type in purpose. So kind of reference the screenshot here, figure 8-42. This is what we'll be working towards. In A4, we're going to type date stamp, one word with camel caps. And then you can just hit tab so that you go to the right. I'm just going to copy this text here, insert this date text. Oops, home, paste special as text. Yeah, there's a faster way to do that. But anyway, so go to B5, and then we're not going to type anything in A5, but we're going to, if you want to, you can type that. For me, I like to paste it. Just make sure you paste it as text so you don't transfer any formatting. All right, so that's done. Now in part E, we want to go down to A7 and then type in short unique. Make sure the S and U is capitalized. And then you can either type it or copy it into the following cell. Okay. And then in B8, you can copy or paste the following text there. You can also just double click that. Yep. And then they want us to apply, for part F, want us to apply all borders to cell A3 to B8. So go to alignment, no font. Select all borders. And then apply both formatting to the titles, which is A3 and B3. Go to bold, and they want us to center it. Okay. Oh, I kind of jumped over G. So let's focus on part G, where it's asking us to resize the column. So I'm just going to manually do it. Yeah, there you go. So it should look like figure 8-42. All right, so part G is done. What is step 12 asking us to do is delete the sample data and save the template. Okay, so we're going back to the stat sheet tab. Okay. Part B is asking us to select and delete the cells A5 to F32. It's basically these data, the sample data is already provided for the project. Now they want us to resize the table so that it goes back to F7. So we want to resize it. So you notice if we zoom in, if I can zoom in, yeah, you notice there's this resize window. So that's what they meant about finding the resize handle. Okay. So let's just drag it all the way back up here. And then select cells A8 to F32 and clear the format. So it's from here to here. So you noticed there's borders. So to clear the formats, you go to editing. This is pink eraser, clear. And then click the drop down arrow to select clear formats. And you notice the borders are gone. Select cell A5. And then they want us to click save on the title bar to save your template. So what I'm going to do here, I guess for me, I'm just going to save as, because I want to be able to save my midpoint. But for you guys, you can just click the save icon. So let me go ahead and find my folder here. Yeah, and I'm just going to call this demo. Sure. All right, so step 12 is done. Step 13 is data entry. So you can either type or copy. So, and this reference, let me go ahead and zoom this really quick. Figure 8-44, just to make sure you can just reference the screenshot to make sure you input the values in the right columns. So I'm going to copy that. Looks like I selected the semicolon, so I'm just going to backspace that. This one I can just type in Smith Green. Tab origin, Minneapolis. So make sure you type it correctly. Omaha. That's what Peyton Manning likes to say before he hikes the ball. And then 410 miles. Is it 410? Nope. It's 380, 90. Press enter to go down here. And then type tomorrow's date. I'm just going to copy that and then paste it in here. So pasting in the formula bar eliminates the need to paste as text. And then AAA trucking, Chicago, and then, Minneapolis, 410 miles, 87. And then this one types yesterday's date in here. And then it's miles to go. St. Louis, Fargo. 795 miles and then 85 pallets. Oops, I don't think I need to do that. Yeah, so we didn't need to hit enter because he would have created a new line and it didn't ask for a new line. So I did Control Z to undo. So yeah, that's step 13. Now he wants us to run macros in a template. So select cell H2 and then click the stamp date button control. Oh yeah, there he goes. It works. Select cell H5 and hit the contractors. Yep, looks good. Select cell F7. So where's that? F7 and hit tab. Oh, now it creates a new line. And then it calculates it as 0. Okay. So it does want us to enter another data in row 8. So types today's date. Paste that in there. Nina Brothers, Milwaukee, Kansas City. They're currently undefeated right now in the NFL. And then 69 pallets. Oops, I didn't need to tap there. So you notice when we enter this data, the macro automatically updated to show contractors related to what the data entry that I inputted there. Yeah, pretty cool. Select cell A5, okay. And then save. Oh, now we want to save it as a Excel workbook so it can be graded in SimNet. So file, save as. Oh, I guess I already did that. Yeah. I guess I did that already earlier. Let's see, hide the developer tab if instructor do so. I'm not going to worry about that. Save and close the workbook. Okay. I guess we're done. Hopefully get a good 100% so I don't have to do it again. I'm sure that's, most of your guys' goals is do it right the first time. So you don't have to spend more time to figure out what went wrong and redo it for a better score because, right, you're taking other classes. All right, got 100% on this submission. All right, so that completes project 8. Now we're moving to project 9. And we're going to continue at the same step as the project 8. So let me go ahead and find my file. And then let's see here, project 9 midpoint. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, we should be here in the workout plan sheet. So step 8 for project 9 is asking us to create a scenario summary report. Click the what if analysis button. So it's in the data tab, what if analysis, and then scenario manager. So that's part A. It should be on solver. Yeah. If yours is not on solver, make sure you guys select that. So click the summary button. And then we want to select D5 to D9. So here's the, I guess you had to hit this selection key here. D5 to D9. Yeah. Right. Where did it go? There it is. It disappeared on me for a moment there. It's acting a little weird. Now there we go. There's a second part. Let me go ahead and close that. So D5 to D9 and then comma, select cell E10. E10, there we go. All right, and then we click OK. And it generate a new sheet for us called scenario summary. And you want to be able to check your result based on this screenshot here. You want to make sure it matches what figure 9-92 is showing. So yeah, it looks good, including the notes. That calorie totals all matches up to the screenshot. So we did good there. So moving on to step 9, they want us to create a one variable data table to calculate daily calories if only dinner calories are adjusted. So now we want to go to the calorie journal worksheet. So I'm going to click on my Excel worksheet and then kind of expand out my horizontal bar so I can see my calorie journal sheet. Click on that and it selects out I5, which is here. Step part A is really asking us just to observe what's going on there. So you don't really need to do anything for part A. But part B, we need to select cell E15. Where's that? I believe is this one. Yep, that's E15. All right, now we want to type in E15 equal I5. Okay, and then press enter. Okay, so we're just duplicating the value in I5 into E15. And now we want to select D15 to E23 and do a what if analysis. So what if, and we're going to do a data table range. So part D is done, part E is done. And we're just going to input values in a column input cell, which is the second row here. And you can either select or type in G5. So I'm just going to type in G5. Okay, so I'm going to zoom out. And you notice it populates the values there. And just make sure it matches the screenshot. So it looks good. The values matches up. So let's move on to step 10. It's asking us to build a two variable data table to display calorie count in both lunch and dinner calories adjusted. So we're looking at this table now on the right. So I have to use my horizontal bar to kind of scroll so I can see this table here. L15 is this empty cell here, and it's really just asking, part A is asking just to observe again what's going on there. In part B, we want to input equal I5 again in here. So equal I5 and press enter. And then we want to go ahead and select L15 to T23 and then do another what if analysis for the data table. But this time we're going to input both the row and column input cell values. So part B is done, C, D. And for the row input cell, we want to type in E5. Or you can select it. So let me go and zoom in so you can see that better. And then for the column input cell, we want to do G5. Okay. And then we want to click OK, and it builds out the table there. And so once again, make sure, well, before we make sure we match this up, we need to format it, the values, so that it's comma style with no decimals. So let's go back to home, number, select comma, and then we want to decrease the decimal so none of them are showing. And then we can compare the table, the screenshot here, figure 9-94, and I'm just looking at it and it looks good. Oh wait, well the values is good, but we need to adjust the column. Part I is asking us from column L to T. It needs to be 10. So go to cells, format, and the width, column width right now is at 8.33. So be careful. It's important that you do part I. You're gonna lose some points if you don't do that. So you notice it kind of expanded out the cells. So yeah. Let's go to move on to step 11, where it's asking us to create an array formula to calculate variances. So let's go to the dental insurance sheet now, and then select cell F5. Yep. Once again, it's asking us to observe what's going on there. And part B then is asking us to type in equal. You can either select, or for me, I just like to type it in. Just make sure you type in the right values. D5 to D35, okay? Before you can press enter, we actually need to do part C, where it's asking us to do a subtraction of column E. So E5 to E35. Now we can press enter, okay? And then to Power Excel automatically auto-complete the column for me. B, C, D is done. Party is asking us to select cells F6 and F35, and then formatting them as currency, and then make sure it has 2 decimal places. So go back to number. Instead of general, we want to select currency, and it automatically added the 2 decimal places. Part F is a little tricky. I'm sure there's another way to do it, but the way I do it is I copy the cell that has the formatting color. Then I just left click the cells that I need to change to the color. So right now it's just all odd number rows. So yeah. Yep. And then I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to select the formatting option. So let me go ahead and zoom in. It's this one with the paintbrush. Click that. And when you do that, it's just apply the formatting, meaning just the color. So you notice it's not 135. Okay. So that's how you do part F. Step 12 is asking us to generate descriptive statistics for a rating category. So just go ahead and click out. I'm going to hit escape. It wants us to click the data analysis button. So it's in data, and it's here in the far right on the ribbon. Click on that. And then it wants to select the descriptive statistics. I try to say that 10 times fast. Where's that? Right here, and hit OK. Did it do anything? Oh, there it is. Um, for the input range, it wants us to select cells F4 to F35, but I'm going to type this in. F4, F35. Okay. And then part D is asking us to checkbox the labels in the first row. And then part E is asking us to select the output range. And then it wants us to select cell H4, but I'm just going to type in H4. And then make sure the summary statistics is selected. And then we can hit OK. All right. And it created some data here on the column H. It wants us to autofit column H, so just hover over between H and I, double click there, and it autofit that. And it should look like the screenshot here. Yeah, it looks like it, so I'm good. So we're almost done. Step 13 is asking us to uninstall the solver analysis toolpack that we, I think that's a misspelling. Even SimNet makes mistakes. You should lose 5% for this. Anyways, so let's go to File, go all the way down to Options at the bottom, and then go to Add-ins, and then click Go in the Manage section near the bottom of the window. Oh yeah, it's down here. The Go here. Zoom out, and then deselect the Analysis Toolpack and the Solver add-in, and then hit OK. All right, so that takes care of step 13. Now we can save. So I'm going to save it as demo, but for you guys, you can just click the purple disk icon, close it, upload it, and hopefully I get 100%. Uploading file, yes. Let's submit the file for correcting. Yep. All right, so this is good. So thank you for watching, and hopefully you get 100% on your assignments as well.